Lowry had something of a lost weekend at Dom Pedro Victoria Course in Vilamoura. Photo Getty Images. Shane Lowry and Padraig Harrington finished in the pack, but Irish eyes were still smiling as Lucas Bjerregaard claimed an impressive maiden victory in the Portugal Masters on the Algarve. The Dane 26 picked up €333,330 after he closed with an impressive 6 under par 65 to win by 4 strokes from Scotland's Mark Warren on 20 under par, securing his tour card and a juicy percentage for his Irish caddy Brian Martin. Just 3 strokes off the pace at halfway following a second round 64, Lowry had something of a lost weekend at Dom Pedro Victoria Course in Vilamoura, as he remained on 9 under following rounds of 70 and 72 to finish 11 strokes behind the winner in a share of 28th. Defending champion Harrington finished 1 shot better in a tie for 25th on 10 under thanks to a 12 under 69 yesterday. Despite all that, both men will have seen plenty of positives in their games as the European Tour season comes to a climax. While Harrington now has a week off, Lowry joins Rory McIlroy, Graham McDowell and Paul Dunne in this week's £3 million British Masters at Close House near Newcastle, knowing his game is in decent shape after a recent 4-week break. He will still have hoped for more at the course, where he won his maiden professional title in 2012, having gone into the final round just 4 shots off the pace. But while he birdied the 5th to get within 3 strokes of Bjerregaard on 11 under par, he bogeyed the 9th for the 3rd time in 4 days, then came home in a Avoni over 37 with a lone birdie at the 14th, cancelled out by bogeys at the 11th and 18th. Lowry remains outside the top 60 in the rankings, who will contest the season-ending DP World Tour Championship, though he moved up from 86th to 78th thanks to his check for €17,200. But that's no longer a worry for Bjerregaard, who is a tenuous 114th in the race to Dubai, starting the week with only the top 100 set to keep their playing rights at the end of the season. Now ranked 47th and exempt until the end of 2019, he said, "I have been out here for 4 years now, and to be honest, you start to doubt that it is ever going to happen, because you know you have got to have a week where it all comes together. Luckily this was the week for me. It has been tough. I have had a couple of chances before and not taken advantage of them, so to come out on top now is really nice." Just 1 stroke ahead of South Africa's George Coetzee starting the final day, Bjerregaard birdied 4 of his first 8 holes to surge clear. In the end, he made 8 birdies and 2 bogeys in his 6 under 65 and showed no signs of nerves. "I felt pretty confident," he said. "My girlfriend asked me this morning if I was nervous and I said, no, don't worry, I've got this," probably more to calm her down than anything. "I've been in this position a couple of times before, so to finally come through and get my first win feels really good. Today is definitely up there with one of my best rounds, maybe not for the 6 under, but under the pressure, some of the shots I hit today were some of the best I've hit in a long time." Scotland's Mark Warren had closed to within 2 of the leader with an eagle from 20 feet on the 17th, and although he 3-putted the last, his best result of the season, lifted him from 173rd on the race to Dubai to 100th. Meanwhile, Michael Hoey and Gavin Moynihan slipped down the leaderboard in Almaty as Finland's Tapio Pulkkinen claimed his maiden European Challenge Tour title by overcoming Chase Kopka in a 3-hole playoff for the Kazakhstan Open. Hoey closed with a level par 72 to fall 7 spots to tied 22nd on 8 under par, while Moynihan had 3 double bogeys in a row from the 11th and a 75 to end up tied for 50th on 2 under. As a result, Hoey earned just €4,230 and rose just 8 spots to 74th in the Road to Oman standings. Moynihan fell 1 place to 28th and is €14,656 outside the top 15 who will be awarded European Tour cards at the end of the season. As he plans to skip this week's challenge at Espana, the Mount Wolseley touring professional has just 4 events to bridge the gap, or he must head to the final stage of the European Tour qualifying school. On the ladies' tour, Spain's Azahara Munoz took full advantage of local knowledge to retain her title in the Andalusia Costa del Sol Open de España Femenino at her home course. The 29-year-old, who won her first tournament at Real Club de Golf Guadalmina aged 9, carded a closing 69 to finish 19 under par, 2 shots ahead of compatriot Carlota Saganda and South Africa's Leanne Pace. Indosport.